शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। या देवी स्तूयते नित्यं विबुधैर्वेदपारगैः सा मे वसतु जिह्वाग्रे ब्रह्मरूपा सरस्वती। यन्नित्यमानन्दमनन्तमेकं शिवेति नाम्ना श्रुतयो गृह्णन्ति। तस्यावतारो नररूपधारी कृपासुदाब्धिः भुवि रामकृष्णः। रामकृष्णगतप्राणां तन्नाम श्रवणप्रिया तद्भावरञ्जिताकारां जगन्मातृस्वरूपिणी। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयात् इतरतश्चात्वेषविघ्नस्वराड् तेने ब्रह्महृताय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृतां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तगुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। सत्यव्रतं सत्यपरं त्रिसत्यं सत्यस्य योनिं निहितं च सत्ये सत्यस्य सत्यं मृतसत्यनेत्रं सत्यात्मकं त्वां शरणं प्रपन्नाः। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। जयति जगति माया यस्य कायाधवस्ते वचनरचनमेकं केवलं चाकलय्य ध्रुवपदमपि यातो यत्कृपातो ध्रुवोऽयं सकलकुशलपात्रं ब्रह्मपुत्रं नतोऽस्मि। यस्वानुभावमखिलश्रुतिसारमेकम् अध्यात्मदीपमदितितीर्षतां तमोऽन्धम् संसारिणां करुणयाः पुराणगुह्यं तं व्याससूनुमुपयामि गुरुं मुनीनां। यस्यात्मभूतस्य गुरोः प्रसादाद् अहं विमुक्तोऽस्मि शरीरबन्धात्। सर्वोपदेष्टुः पुरुषोत्तमस्य तस्याङ्घ्रियुग्मं प्रणतोऽस्मि नित्यम्। स्वयं तु असाम्य अतिशयस्त्रयधीशः स्वराज्यलक्ष्म्या आप्तसमस्तकामः बलिं हरद्भिः चिरलोकपालैः किरीटकोट्येडितपादपीडः को वा मुष्याङ्घ्रिसरोजरेणुं विस्मर्तुमीशीत पुमान् विजिघ्रन्। यो विस्फुरते भ्रूविपटेन भूमेः भारं कृतान्तेन तिरश्चकार। Uddhava Swami, remembering Bhagavan Sri Krishna's life and sharing his remembrance to Vidura. Swayam asamyaha adishayat trayadishaha swarajya lakshmya apta samasta kamaha. That is the real nature of Bhagavan. Trayadishaha, Brahma Swarupam, which is beyond the three murtis, which is the content of the three murtis. That means Brahma Swarupam has taken the role of three murtis and then Avatara of Krishna. So, Samasta Apta Kamaha Balim Haradbihi Chera Lokapalaihi, all Lokapalas who govern this creation, they come and bow down to him, surrender to him, to such a person, to such an entity, if human being doesn't surrender, it is really an unfortunate one. Kova amushya angri saroja renu. Other than idiot, who will not surrender to the Lord? That means what? Who doesn't surrender to the Lord is naturally an idiot, is the assertion of Uddhava Swami. In this portion, Uddhava Swami remembers Bhagavan's entire life. Shukacharya is going to describe Bhagavan's life in 10th chapter of the Bhagavatam. Maybe he is in hurry to tell about Bhagavan Krishna. So now and then he gives the summary of Bhagavan's entire life. In this context, Uddhava Swami remembers the entire life, how his birth was, how his parents suffered before his arrival in this bhumi, and up to the end, how many challenges he faced in life. Still, he did not depend on anyone. Everyone was made to depend on him. Because of one reason, samasta apta kama. In Upanishad, if a person gains the Atma Jnanam, that is Sarupa Jnanam, knowledge about one's own real nature, then he becomes Atma Kamaha. Because of Atma Kamatvam, he becomes Apta Kamaha. Atma is Sarvam. So he attained the Atma, therefore he attained everything. Since he attained everything, he becomes Akamaha, desireless person. So Uddhava Swami understands this real nature of the Lord. When we read about the Lord's Leela, we find Bhagavan is full of desires, appear to be full of desires. It begins from the stealing butter onwards. Who will steal butter? Kami alone will go after the butter. And that too, his house was full of butter. He could have fed by Mother Yashoda, but still he had gone to steal the butter. Why? People say he was not satisfied with the food served in his home, so therefore he was hungry, so therefore he managed to gather his group and then went for stealing and go on eating. He was not satisfied with one girl, so therefore he married 10,108. He was not satisfied with one Rajya, therefore he has created problems in other Rajyas and made every Rajas to come under him through the Pandavas. Like that, one type of perception. Here, Uddhava Swami's perception, you see, Apta Samasta Kamaha. Swarajya Lakshmiya Apta Samasta Kamaha. So, a Jnani alone can understand Bhagavan's real nature and Bhagavan's Leela, the purpose of Bhagavan's Leela. Pradarshaya Atapta Tapasam Avidrutta Drisham Drina. He has withdrawn his form, which was shown to all, even though they did not do any tapas. Out of compassion, he has shown his form and Leela. Then he has withdrawn that form. Because of this withdrawal, the world has become full of darkness. Loka Lochanam has gone. Lokasya Lochanam. The vision of the entire Loka has gone. Every person has a vision. He is the vision of the vision. Therefore, everyone became visionless fellows. About their life, they don't have any vision. Like that, Uddhava Swami says. Then Vidura asks how it happened. What was the triggering point for his final departure from this creation? Then Uddhava Swami explains about the final days of the Bhagavan Krishna's life. He was living in Dwaraka, and Yadukulam or Vishnikulam has become invincible. After Mahabharata war, they become invincible because of the power of the Lord. That was the reason for them to become adharmic also. When power comes, it corrupts. And along with power, wealth also is there. So therefore, Vrishnikula slowly degraded in their dharmic way of life. When the society gives up the disciplined way of life, naturally the society becomes unhealthy society. Because of indiscipline, eating anything and everything, anytime and every time, naturally the physical health of the society goes away. It becomes sick. That time, doctors come and say, don't do all those things. You should not eat murmura, kurkura, noodles you don't take, junk food you don't take. Like that, doctors prescribe. Wash your hands before eating, cover your mouth. Like that, when they prescribe, what should be the attitude of the society? It should accept with all reverence. But if the society criticizes the doctors, then what will happen? Naturally, society will succumb to all types of physical diseases and illness. Same way, sadhus are the doctors of the emotional health of the society. Like physical doctors are responsible for the physical health of the society, sadhus are responsible for the emotional health of the society. That emotional health is called dharma. When society becomes adharmic, naturally sadhus warn, don't do this. This will not help you for your happy life. This will not be helpful. Don't do this. When they warn, if the society is intelligent, immediately it will accept. But instead of accepting the warning of the sadhus, if the society does sadhu apachara, criticizes and insults the sadhus, then naturally the society will become sick, emotionally very much weak. So they become adharmic and they insulted sadhus. To which extent you know that insult happened in the Vrishnikula? To the extent of Rajaputras insulting the sadhus. Generally, Rajaputras have, Rajakumaras or Kshatriyas have more responsibility in their behavior and discipline than general public. Like a military man. Military man cannot do as he wants with his uniform. Once he has put his uniform, he has to behave in a certain way only. That is what Rajaputras condition. Even the Rajaputras started humiliating and insulting the sadhus. What happened? Bibrate vapuhu sakala sundara sannivesham karmacharan bhuvi sumangalam aptakamaha astaya dhama ramamana udara kirtihi samhartumaichate kulam stita kritya sheshaha karmani punya nivahani sumangalani gaya jagat kalimala apaharani krutva कालात्मना निवसता यदु देवगेहे पिंडारकम समगमन मुनयो निसृष्टाः विश्वामित्रो असितः कण्वः दुर्वासा भृगुरंगिराः कश्यपो वामदेवोत्रिः वसिष्ठो नारदादयः क्रीडन्तः तान् उपव्रज्य कुमारा यदुनन्दनाः उपसंहृह्य पप्रच्युः अविनीता विनीतवत्. Avinita Vinitavati. They are arrogant, but they pretended as though with humility. Rajakumaras keeping Samba, who happened to be the son of Bhagavan Krishna himself. They dressed that fellow like a woman. Then this group of Rajaputras came to Rishis, those who arrived at Dwaraka. For what they arrived? For what they arrived? Bhagavan called them. Why Bhagavan called them? Samhartum aichata kulam. Bhagavan himself decided to destroy the Vrishni-kulam. Samhartum aichata kulam. Kulam samhartum icchate. Knowing the wish of the Lord, the sadhus are the instruments. So they came to Dwaraka. Why Bhagavan wanted to kill? Because he wanted to wrap up the entire drama stage. Kalatmana nivasata yadi devagehe pindarakam samagaman munayo nisrishtaha karmani punya nivahani sumangalani. He has completed all punya karma. Whatever has to be done in this form, in the form of Krishna, he has completed. And just 2 days before, Devatas and Chaturmukha Brahma has come and gave the reminder, Bhagavan, time is over, please come. Your form has to be withdrawn, please come to Vaikuntha, like that they have requested. It comes in 11th chapter. So Bhagavan decided to withdraw his form. While withdrawing, he could have left the Vrishnikula as it is. He wanted to go. Why he wanted to destroy? Because he knew that these fellows have, Yatikula has become invincible and adharmic also. I have come here for Dharma Samsthapanam, and I established Dharma Samsthapanam, established Dharma in all countries except my country. Therefore, these fellows should be finished off. So he remembered all the rishis, and all the rishis arrived. If one rishi gets anger, they can destroy the entire Jagat, like Durvasa. Now, Bhagavan Shukacharya gives list of rishis. Vishwamitraha, Asitaha, Kanvaha, Durvasa rishi, Bhruguhu, Angiras, Kashyapaha, Vamadevaha, Atrihi, Vasishtaha, Naradaha, Adayaha. Adaya means still more number. So, group of sadhus came. These Kumaraha, Avinitaha, Vinitavate. They approached the rishis, decorating the Samba as a girl. They approached the rishis. What they asked, you know? Te Veshayitva Stri Veshaihi Sambam Jambavati Sutam Yesha Prichativo Vipra Antarvartini Asite Kshana Prashtum Vilajjati Sakshad Prabhute Amogha Darshana Prasoshyanti Putrakama Kinsite Janayishyati. See what an arrogant. They took the Samba in girl form and addressed the sadhus. Swami, Swami, this girl is pregnant. She has shyness to express this, but she wanted to know which child will come. Putra or Putri, she will give birth. Like that, this lady wanted to know, you people are Amogha Darshana. You are all Trikala Darshis. You know what will happen to whom? You are Trikala Darshis. So you all know what will happen to this girl. Please tell what child will come out from this girl. To what child she will be mother. Like that they asked. See, what an arrogant. Himsiti sanjanishyati. To which child she will be mother. Evam pralabdha munayaha tanuchuhu kupita nrupa janayishyati vo manda musalam kulanashanam. Hey Manda, idiots. She will give birth to a musala. Musalam. Musalam means a pistol, pounding rod. A rod which is used for making grains as a powder. he will give birth to a pounding rod. Here, Shuka Maharishi says, Munayaha tan uchuhu kupitaha. Kupitaha son, they got anger. Why they got anger? Because that is the purpose of arrival of Dwaraka. How things are come together, you see. 36 years before Mother Gandhari gave Chapa to Vrishni Vamsha. As my Kuru Vamsha was destroyed by you, similarly your Vrishni Vamsha also will be destroyed. See, Bhagavan will not do anything by himself. Being a Karmaphala Dhata, being a Dharma Adhyakshaha, he will not do anything, like a judge. If any case comes, then only award or punishment. Correct? So he was waiting. People are nice. When Mother Gandhari gave Shapa, Vrishnikula was nice with Dharma. But slowly it got degraded because of power and richness. Now that has to be destroyed. Who will do that? Bhagavan himself will not do that. There are executing officers, police, jailer. Who are they? These rishis. So they came to implement the punishment which is going to be given by the Lord to the Vrishni Vamsha. So these fellows generally they are arrogant and people humiliate the sadhus. So naturally their own karma has come into the form of curse. They could have cursed the children who insulted them. Why they added Musalam Kulanashan? One group of people have committed mistake. So that group can be given punishment. See, the boys, they are all boys. They have decorated one boy as a girl. So sadhus could have given Chapa. Ellarum pengalaga maaruveengal. As you wish. So you all will become girl. Correct? Or as she wishes, she will be girl. Like that. Simple. One pointed Shapa or group pointed Shapa. Why the entire nation pointed Shapa? Bhagavan Mata Kovitaha. They understood Bhagavan's Mata. What is the Mata? Mata means opinion. They understood the intention of the Lord, invitation. Vango, vango. You have to, please come, please come. You have to implement the order. So therefore, they came and gave the Shapa also. Then this boy felt very much fear. Then they removed the dress of the Samba. Then they found there is a Musalam pistol rod. Immediate birth. They were very much distressed because Shapa has come. And according to the Shapa, Musalam also has come. Then they went to Rajya Sabha. That day Bhagavan was absent to the Rajya Sabha. அவருக்கு எப்போ லீவ் போடணும்னு தெரியும். He was absent. So Balarama was there and Ugrasena Raja was there. So many other Yadavas were there and they reported like this. At least the elders should have been more cautious. The mind will not work. That's called Vinasha Kale Viparita Buddhihi. So when they reported entire incident like that, we went in order to criticize or insult the sadhus. We did this type of pretension and they gave Chapa, Musalam, Kulanashanam iti Chapaha. So we are wondering how this pistol rod will destroy the entire Kulam. Therefore we have brought it to the Rajya Sabha. Balarama was there. He could have ordered Krishna to come to the Sabha. But nothing came in their mind. The Ugrasena Raja told, how can a pistol destroy the entire Kula? It's all nonsense. Powder it and throw it into the ocean. If pistol is there, then only it will be a danger for entire Kulam. It is like A machine gun is there, then only it will shoot. If machine gun itself is destroyed, see, kuyukti, this is called kuyukti. By kuyukti, what we do? We add our suffering. And we go in that line only, in that line of destruction only. Suppose if pistol separately is there, it could have given one adi or adi. Pistol means a rod. Understood? Pistol means a rod. So individual, one beating, that fellow will die. Kulanasanam, na? Possibility of, you have to imagine how a pistol can do kulanasanam. It has to go and fall on the head of the person and the person will die. Like that, one. Correct? If it is kept as it is. They could have taken it to the puja room. Bhagavan, like this shapa is there. We don't understand how this shapa is going to be implemented. We have surrendered to you. Like that, they could have worshipped the pistol. And right? Or they could have asked for the guidance from the Bhagavan himself. What is this Krishna? What kula we are? How much nice things we have done to the society, human society, and we participated in Dharma Yuddha also to establish Dharma. Why this shapa for us? Just because some children have done something insulting or humiliating the sadhus, the whole kula has to suffer. What is this? Like that they could have taken the case to the Krishna, but all have forgotten Krishna. Behind the story, our life we have to analyze. What is our life? When our problem comes, we forget the Lord. We go to the astrologer, our counselors, and all the people who are around us. We forget the Lord and we try to become smart. Actually, we are idiots. That's why this problem has come. Why problem comes? Please tell. Because of our wrong action. Wrong action is because of wrong attitude, wrong conclusion, wrong judgment. So we are idiots. So we have taken the help from the higher spiritual force by surrendering. That time the surrender will not come. Yadukulam did not remember the Lord and did not surrender to the Lord. Therefore, what happened? Like this, kuyukti decision has come. A decision with kuyukti. What is that kuyukti? Powder the pistol and throw into the ocean. If pistol exists, then only the kulanasham will happen. What nonsense it is. All dadiwalas have become pagals. They have become mad fellows. How can a pistol can destroy the entire nation? Like that they might have thought, and they have taken this decision. This thinking is called vinashakale viparita buddhihi. The Maya Shakti will cover our discrimination. So we should never allow our discrimination to be covered. We should never conclude what I think is right. We have to have some reference from elder. Which elder? An elder who is not in the game. The game game rule da solva. You ask suggestion from the people who are playing the game. They will tell according to their ignorant attitude. But if you ask the people who are not in the game, they could have taken the Muslim to the sadhus because the sadhus have come there. என்னங்க எத்தனை நாள் இங்க வந்திருக்கிறீங்க எவ்வளவு சாப்பாடு போட்டிருக்கிறோம் எல்லாத்தையும் சாப்பிட்டு கட்சியா நாங்களே செத்து போனோம்னு சொல்லிட்டீங்களே they could ask how many times you all have come, how many times we have done aditi puja, rishi puja, and my Krishna is so much of sadhu sevi, you have given this shapa, is it right? Please give shapa vimochanam. They could ask. Either they could have gone to the Lord or they could have gone to the judges. They have given the punishment. Nah? You have to go to the judges. You become smart. This is called modern smartness. They say you become smart. Smart means what? Try to hide what you did. Try to remove the evidences for what you did. Physical evidences you can remove by your smartness, but there is a Sakshi, Nitya Sakshi, Bhagavan is there. How can you remove? Only way is there. You have to go to him and surrender. So they could have gone to the Bhagavan Krishna, or they could have gone to the sadhus. Balarama is there. Balarama is known to all sadhus. And sadhus are not, this is not the first time the sadhus coming to Dwaraka. So many times they have come. Vasishtha Rishi, Narada Bhagavan was living there. At least Narada Bhagavan is friendly with all. Every house he went, inna mami, inna anni, nalla irkingla. Like that, with all wonderful relationship. So they could have appealed. What is this? Nothing they did. That fellow Ugrasena, idiot, one of the perfect idiot, old man who was arrested and put into jail by Kamsa. The throne which he is sitting was the bhiksha given by Bhagavan Krishna. At least that fellow should have gratitude towards the Krishna, and he could have referred Krishna, na? Or Balarama should have referred. Balarama, why he did not refer? Balarama is on the side of Bhagavan Krishna. Sakshi, Nitya Sakshi, என்னதா பண்றாங்க பார்க்கலாம். As he expected, Vinashakale, Viparita Buddhi, Adharma covers the discrimination power which shows the presence of the Lord always with us. If you are a discriminate person, you will feel the presence of the Lord. If you are a person with discrimination, with Sattva Guna, pure mind, you will feel the presence of the Lord. Naturally, you will refer the incident to the Lord. What it is, I am not able to understand, you will refer. These fellows become adharmic. This is the evidence, you see. What is the evidence they have become adharmic? One evidence is they purposely went to the sadhus and insulted, tried to insult. Second evidence is they refused to surrender to the sadhus and ask for pardon. They could ask for Tapa Vimochana. They could have given. They refused. Being adharmic, they become arrogant. So they decided, they thought that we have answer for all this nonsense. Just because these fellows, these Dadiwalas told something, how it will happen? We will destroy the instrument of destruction called Musalam, like that they decided. Similarly, we also do. We go to astrologer and he will tell something. Instead of surrendering to the Lord, we will follow that techniques told by the astrologer. No technique will happen. Because there are three types of prarabdham. Maranam is prabhala prarabdham. Prabhala prarabdham. Maranam is always prabhala prarabdham. Nobody can overcome it. No one has answer for it. Madhyama prarabdha means you can maintain with the problem. Like our diabetic disease. You can maintain. Durbala prarabdham, like headache, leg pain, you can remove by your attempt. They thought this Musalam is Durbala prarabdham. Understood? How discrimination is covered, you see. You should understand what is Durbala prarabdham, what is Madhyama prarabdham, and what is Prabhala prarabdham. If you misunderstand these categories, then your attempt will be an opposite direction and it will increase the pain. Suppose if you understand Durbala prarabdham as Prabhala prarabdham, what can I do? Arey, headache, you can take paracetamol, it will be over. No. If Bhagavan gives headache, what can I do? Okay, suffer. So one should not be misunderstood as another, because human life has option and no option. Both is there. You have option in certain areas. You don't have option in certain areas. When you don't have option in certain areas, what is the response expected of from you? Accept. Matra svarshastu kauteya shitoshna sukha dukkataha Agama payino anityaha tang titikshasva bharata. Tang titikshasva. Accept the unchangeable. My Acharya Swami used to say, accept the unchangeable, work to change the changeable. But if you don't know what is changeable and what is unchangeable, you will do opposite way. That's what they did. So, Maranam happened to be Prabhala Prarabdham. They understood as Durbala Prarabdham. So, they thought we have an answer for this Chapa. So, they thought, let us destroy the instrument itself, instrument of death itself. Where is the possibility of getting death like that? They thought. The Raja and other mantris ordered to make it powder, and they made it powder and threw into the water. Generally, when iron powder is thrown into the water, naturally it will go down because of density, correct? But this is Chapa iron powder. So it was not going down into the water. So it was floating because of waves. The floated powder, iron powders came into the seashore. In seashore, generally, there will be grass, a type of grass. Along with that grass, these iron powders mixed. And it is going to be the sword in future. When you try to become smart, the problem will become more strong. Understand? So therefore, after some months, as the destiny would have its own final say, Bhagavan was taking them towards the destiny. Here Shukacharya says, Shrutva amogam viprashapam drishtva cha musalam nrupa vismita bayastrastah babhuvuhu dvarakaukasah tachurnayitva musalam yedurajaha sa ahukaha samudra salile prasyate loham chasyavacheshitam Bhagavan nyata sarvartaha Isharopi tadanyatha kartum naichate viprashapam kalarupi anvamodata. It's a beautiful observation. Bhagavan nyata sarvartaha. Which incident can be hidden from the knowledge of the Lord, from the Sarvajnaha? So even though Ishwaropi, beautiful statement it is. Ishwaropi, Kalarupi Anvamotate, Kartum Naichate Viprashapam, Tad Anyatha. What is not possible for Bhagavan? Please tell. What is not possible? They did not go to Bhagavan. At least Bhagavan could have helped them. That is the question. When we suffer, we ask this question. நான் தான் கோயிலுக்கு போகல சுவாமி, இத்தனை நாள் கோயிலுக்கு போய் வந்தேன்ல, என்ன அவர் காப்பாத்திருக்கலாம் இல்ல? எப்படி? Okay, after getting trouble, I did not go to temple. Okay, but before that, how much time I went? How many offerings I did? How many donations I have put in the hundi? Why Bhagavan did not help? If you ask, Bhagavan will tell, whatever money you put into the hundi has gone to the politicians' hands. Whatever you offered to me, that banana and coconut, you yourself taken away. Okay, what you give to me, please tell. Nothing you gave to me. You came and showed and taken away everything. If you say that I have put money in the hundi, that was taken by the politicians. They have financed for some other projects, Hajj project and other projects, or they have taken to themselves, to the temple endowment department. They are dharmakarta, doing all adharmas. What I got, it tells. Bhagavan will ask. Similarly, this Yadukula would have been protected by the Bhagavan. Because his own children, the Samba happened to be his own child. He could have at least protected Samba. That attachment is not there in Bhagavan. When adharma comes, his eyes are closed. You know? That is why they say in Tirupati, Bhagavan's eyes are closed, through that Chinna, Namam. Why? Because if you open the eyes, as even he sees the fellows who come, Vada Tritupaile, Vada Rowdy Pile, like that he has to tell. My dear Solamudiyad, he cannot tell, come my dear, to a adharmic fellow. So therefore, Mother Lakshmi told, either you see me who is sitting in the heart, in your heart, or you close your eyes. Don't see the bhaktas. Okay? And Mother Tulasi Devi also told, Bhagavan, I am at your feet. So you please see me. Don't see the bhaktas. Because they are all our children. So if you see your children, then you will get anger. Because indisciplined fellows, they come with a certain intention of worldly things. When sadhus come, we will tell, then you open the eyes. That is why this Venkatachalapati forehead is covered, fully covered, up to eyes, up to nose it will come. Why, This is the reason. So when adharma comes, even the presence of Bhagavan becomes futile in an adharmic mind, in an adharmic life, in an adharmic society. So who saves our life? Please tell. Here, Isharopi Kartum na aichati. Kartum means what? Protecting. So, Isharopi Nyataha Sarvarthaha. He knows everything. But still, Anyatha Kartum na ichate. He did not want to protect. Why? Because there must be some reason to give protection. And there is a reason of adharma to give punishment. Similarly, there must be some reason to give protection also. So ultimately, what is the teaching of this incident? Yato dharmaha tata krishnaha. Without dharma, Bhagavan's presence is futile, is not useful. Without dharma, all our pujas are not useful. It becomes a vyapara. It becomes a vyapara. Ultimately, vyapara will be at loss. Have you found any vyapari has gained profit for 100 years? Have you found any vyapari? Ultimately, that institution or that vyapari has to close his vyapara with loss. There is no vyapara in the creation which is always profitable. It goes and comes back to the closure. So, vyapara means profit and loss both are there. If dharma is there, there is no question of profit and loss. If dharma is there, it will lead to moksha. If dharma is there, then Bhagavan will help them to accept that prabala prarabdham by giving knowledge, having arranged a huge congregation. And he could have taught Vedanta Tattvam, Anityam, Atsukam, Lokam. He could have arranged one meeting, a big meeting. If they would have surrendered, what Krishna would have done? All these things I was meditating. Option irukkunalla. Suppose they would have come. Oh Bhagavan, please protect us. What you would have done? Certainly you will not prescribe the sadhus to withdraw the shapa. Because once the shapa is given, it is given. Okay. And already another shapa is a 36-year-old shapa from Mother Gandhari. So now their death is finalized. So Bhagavan could have helped them. How? He could have told, I will teach you all about the philosophy of life. You fellows, all of you come and sit into the class. There will be a big congregation, and if necessary, arrange for mic set, and I will teach all of you the Bhagavad Gita, which I told to Arjuna 2 times. He could have told, nah. So he could have removed the fear of death. Correct? He could have removed the fear of death. But he did not do. Kalarupi anma modate. Settu pongo அப்படின்னு விட்டார். Let this fellow die. Out of arrogance and with ignorance, let this fellow die. How can you say, Swami, he could have arranged for Vedanta class if they are dharmic? He is going to tell Vedanta class to Uddhava, who happened to live always dharmic life. Musalam Kulanashanam. In that Kulam only Uddhava is there. Understood? Uddhava is living with Bhagavan from the 5th age onwards. In that Kula only Uddhava is there. So when Uddhava comes and complains about the destruction of the Yadukulam, Bhagavan says, come, sit. He teaches. That is not going to be the feature story. Here, Bhagavan Anvamodate, Kalarupi Ishvaraha Anvamodate Anyatha Kartum Na Ichate, because they don't have dharma with them. He could not have stopped their physical destruction, but he could have made them to accept the death with the knowledge that I don't have death at all. Correct? To give this knowledge, they should be dharmic. Because they are adharmic, this knowledge cannot be given. Being adharmic, their death cannot be stopped. So therefore, Kalarupi Anvamodate. After a few days, he addresses the Yadukula in the Sabha. Yete vai sumahotpata yuttishtanti hya sarvataha chapascha naha kulasyasid brahmanebhyo duratyayaha navastavyam ihasmabhihi navastavyam ihasmabhihi vijivishubihi aryaka prabhasam sumahat punyam yasyamo adyaiva machiram yatra snatva dakshashapat duhito yakshmano durad vayam cha tasmin aplutya tarpayitva pitrun suran. Bhagavan says to the audience in the Sabha, Ete vai su mahotpata. Utpata, mahotpata, su mahotpata. Now we are going to face utpatam, great danger. That is what I am finding everywhere, bad omens. And we have kula shapam, kulasya nasha shapam asid, duratyayaha, which cannot be avoided. So let us go to Prabhasa Kshetram Punyasthalam, where Daksha got Thapa Vimochanam. We all will go there and do worship, do dana, yajna, like that dharmic actions. Then because of which we may get relief from the Thapa. Some other group of sadhus can come and say, Dirga Ishman Bhava. This group told Musalam Kulanashanam. Then another group can tell there is no death for sadhu, rishis. So let us go there and do puja, dana, yajna, dharmakaryas, then get the brahmanas Ashirvada, Dirga Ishman Bhava, then one will act another, like stay order. He suggests. Then they agreed. One condition, no one should take the alcohol bottle along with you. During that pilgrimage time, no one should drink. Because we are going to pilgrimage. We are going to do some puja activities. So no one should drink. Very genuine advice, na? But these fellows will not hear. They nodded their head. Ah, okay, okay. So they prepared for pilgrimage to Prabhasa Kshetra. Preparation means what? All the puja materials and so many things, puja vessels, everything they have taken. Along with that, they have taken the alcohol bottles also. Bhagavan knew. அவன் சொல்ற பேச்சு கேட்கவே மாட்டாங்க. These fellows will not hear. Because by nature they have become adharmic. They wanted to get rid of Shapa by technical methods, not by changing their character. Understand? The hidden message is, you cannot avoid the suffering by technical methods. There are so many techniques in the Shastra. Parihara Karmani, they are called. Parihara Karmani. But Parihara Karmani cannot remove your suffering. Entire personality has to be changed. Prayashitta Karmani cannot protect you. That's what Bhagavan gives one chance, you see, for them to become dharmic. And through other sadhus, he could have given the blessing also. Dirgha Ishman Bhavan. Chiram Jivat Yadukulam. Here Musalam Kula Nashanam. Chiram Jivat Yadukulam. He could have made sadhus to do that, if they are dharmic. And Bhagavan has given one chance to become dharmic also. So he told them, let us go for Prabhasa Kshetra. All went. Bhagavan knew what they will do. But still he will give time and opportunity. All went and they established their tents. First thing they did is, they have taken alcohol. It's a long journey. Long journey. Dwaraka to Prabhasa Kshetra. Prabhasa Kshetra means Somanath. Now Somanath temple is there, na? That is the Prabhasa Kshetra. Long journey, 12 hours journey. In those days it would have taken more days also. So first thing they did, alcohol drinking. Then once alcohol goes inside, all types of mantras comes out, bad words, and one loses discrimination power because of that alcohol. Then they started with oral quarreling. Oral quarrel has become physical quarrel. Being pilgrimage, they did not bring their personal weapons. Only security guards are given the personal weapons. Others don't have personal weapons to protect them. So they started taking the grass on the seashore. Dwarakala potadi inga vandirukku pathiya. It was thrown into the ocean in Dwaraka. Where is Somanath? Where is Dwaraka? Such a 500 kilometers distance. So it has reached Somanath. There also seashore. There the grasses are there. So they took that grasses and started fighting each other. Bhagavan thought, all right, last piece of show is going on. Like that he came, sat under the tree and reclined. Nicely he was witnessing them. Bhagavan understood. Now Yoga Maya has begun her work. So he did not interfere. So without any attachment towards the Yadukula, towards his relatives, when they are destroying each other by fighting with each other, he was sitting under the banyan tree, reclined, putting one leg on the other leg. Then Uddhava Swami comes and cries. They are dying, fighting among themselves. These are all children who were brought up by me. Krishna, our children are getting destroyed. You are witnessing. Then Bhagavan Krishna asked, our children? When you married Uddhava, I thought you are Naistika Brahmachari. Is there any family for you and children? No, no, no. Our children means your children. I consider your children as my children. What is the difference between you and me? As you loved your children, so much I also loved your children. So in my heart, they are my own children. They are fighting and dying. I am getting anxiety and fear and sadness. But you are relaxedly sitting here. Like that. When Uddhava complained about the Amangala situation, Bhagavan asked, Kim Bhadram, Kim Abhadram va Dvaitasya avastu nakyati Vachoditam tadanrutam Manasa dhyayatam yevacha. It's a beautiful statement of a jnani. Uddhava, all the while I am living this life as a bodiless entity. I consider myself Sarvosmi. I am everything. I consider myself as a birthless entity. When I don't have birth at all, where is the question of getting married to another woman? Where is the question of getting children from that woman? Where is the question of becoming a father to children? I don't have any fatherhood at all. Kim Bhadram, Kim Abhadram va Dvaitasya avastuna kiyati. The Dvaitam which you are seeing in front of you is avastu. It's not a truth. Then if it is not the truth, what it is? It is just an appearance. The world is nothing but an appearance. When he says this, you see, when he says, when his own children are getting destroyed, that is the jnana nishtha. Nothing can shake a jnani. Bhagavan says here, you see, nothing can shake a jnani. Even when his own physical children are getting destroyed, the jnani has this clarity that Dvaitam is avastu. All are Jagat Mithya. It's very easy to tell Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya eating laddu. But the very same statement should come from our heart when the near and dear ones are in trouble. Bhagavan shows that my knowledge is unconditional. My clarity of thinking is at all times stable. Uddhava, I am not perturbed at all. Why you are perturbed? I am not perturbed at all because I don't consider myself as an individual, as Mr. Krishna, married to 16,108 wives, having 10 children with each wife. That was the record in Bhagavatam. Sukacharya. Very particular, he says that 10 children with each wife. That man says, I don't have children. I am not a father. Then this entire creation is nothing but Vachoditam tad anrutam. Anrutam. Nitya Vacha uditam. Bhagavan removes Chandogya Upanishad. Vacha rambanam vikaro namadeyam. This entire creation is mere word. Word is a word. When you remove the Lord, L. Word is a word. When you remove the Lord, L. Who is that Lord? Chaitanya. If Chaitanya is not there, it is nothing but word. You remove L from the word world, what happened? W-O-R-L-D, world. Remove L, W-O-R-D, word. That's what Vedanta says. World is a word. When you remove the Lord, L. Jagat is mithya, Brahma eva satya. Vacha rambanam, vikaro, namadeyam. When Bhagavan told this, Uddhava Swami was astonished to see the beautiful Krishna. Now Bhagavan becomes a Guru, Jagat Guru, because he has not seen him as Jagat Guru so far. When Bhagavad Gita happened, he was in Dwaraka. So he has not seen the role of Jagat Guru of Bhagavan Krishna. Then he was wondering, what Krishna? Here you have to imagine, he is a friend. He doesn't have courtesy or respect for Krishna or something. He is a close friend. Okay, like Arjuna, more than Arjuna. What? Nada pesra. You have to imagine and meditate. Nada pesra. What do you thought? Our own children. That time the age of Krishna is 126. Naturally, Uddhava's age also 126. From 5th age onwards, Uddhava was with Bhagavan. That means 120 years he has lived with Bhagavan. How much friend they are? The dressed by Bhagavan is given to Uddhava for next day. That's all. That much of closeness. Uddhava himself is going to tell now. See how much I am close, with you and with your family. But you talk like this. That is not proper. Then Bhagavan smiled. Tanniriksha Uddhavaha Rajan Sutva Bhagavatoditam Drishtva Arishtani Ghorani Nityam Krishnam Anuvrataha Viviktaha Upasangasya Jagatam Ishwareshwaram Pranamya Shirasa Padav Pranjali Tam Abhashat Uddhava Deva Devesha Yogesha Punya Shravana Kirtana Samhrityaitat Kulam Nunam Lokam Santyakshate Bhavan Viprashapam Samartopi Pratyahan Na Yadhishwaraha. When Bhagavan smiled, when Bhagavan was in smiling posture, having told that entire creation is Mithya, then Uddhava understood this is something different role. Then he goes and surrenders to Bhagavan. So far they are friends. Suddenly he become now a Shishya. How he addresses, you see, Deva Devesha Yogesha Punya Shravana Kirtana. Hey Deva Devesha Yogesha. I have heard so many things from sadhus about your yoga shakti and jnana shakti. Now only I am witnessing. You are unattached so much. This much you are unattached. How it is possible? Even if you know you can protect this. Viprashapam samartopi. You can remove the viprashapam. Samartaha. But na yadishvara. You are not protecting your kula. You are allowing your kula to be destroyed. And you are not perturbed at all. You don't have any anxiety. You don't have any sorrow. In spite of seeing their destruction eye to eye. How it is possible? When he surrenders, Bhagavan will teach a beautiful Vedanta Tattvam which comes in 11th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, namely Uddhava Gita. More we will see in the next class. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Tadeva Ramyam Ruchiram Navam Navam Tadeva Shashvan Manaso Mahotsavam Tadeva Shokarnavam Shochanam Runam Yaduttama Shloka Yashonugiyate Gopika Jivana Smaranam Govinda Govinda.
Krishna Krishna Mukunda Janardana Krishna Krishna Mukunda Janardana Krishna Govinda Narayana Hare Krishna Govinda Narayana Hare Krishna 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 Mukunda Janardana, Krishna Krishna Mukunda Janardana, Krishna Govinda Narayana Hare, Krishna Govinda Narayana Hare, Achyutananda Govinda Madhava, Achyutananda Govinda Madhava, Sachidananda Narayana Hare, Sachidananda Narayana Hare, Krishna Krishna Mukunda Janardana, Krishna Krishna Mukunda Janardana, Krishna Govinda Narayana Hare, Krishna Govinda Narayana Hare. கண்டு கண்டங்கிருக்கும் ஜனங்களே, கண்டு கண்டங்கிருக்கும் ஜனங்களே, கண்டிலிந்து வரத்துன்னதும் பவான், கண்டிலிந்து வரத்துன்னதும் பவான், 2 4 தினம் கொண்டோரத்தனே, 2 4 தினம் கொண்டோரத்தனே, தண்டிலேற்றி நடத்துன்னதும் பவான், தண்டிலேற்றி நடத்துன்னதும் பவான். Krishna Krishna Mukunda Janardana, Krishna Krishna Mukunda Janardana, Krishna Govinda Narayana Hare, Krishna Govinda Narayana Hare. இனி எண்ணி கரையும் நீதாயசும், இனி எண்ணி கரையும் நீதாயசும், மண்டி மண்டி காரிருந்து மோகவும், மண்டி மண்டி காரிருந்து மோகவும், இதம் ஓரொன்னு சென்றி சிரிக்கும் போல், இதம் ஓரொன்னு சென்றி சிரிக்கும் போல், சத்து போகுன்னு பாவம் சிவ சிவா, சத்து போகுன்னு பாவம் சிவ சிவா. Krishna Krishna Mukunda Janardana, Krishna Krishna Mukunda Janardana, Krishna Govinda Narayana Hare, Krishna Govinda Narayana Hare. கூடியெல்லா பிறக்குன்ன நேரத்தும், கூடியெல்லா பிறக்குன்ன நேரத்தும், கூடியெல்லா மறிக்குன்ன நேரத்தும், கூடியெல்லா மறிக்குன்ன நேரத்தும், மத்திய இங்கனே காணுன்ன நேரத்து, மத்திய இங்கனே காணுன்ன நேரத்து, மத்சரிக்குன்னதே வீணுனாமிருதா, மத்சரிக்குன்னதே வீணுனாமிருதா. Krishna Krishna Mukunda Janardana, Krishna Krishna Mukunda Janardana, Krishna Govinda Narayana Hare, Krishna Govinda Narayana Hare. Krishna Krishna Mukunda Janardana, Krishna Krishna Mukunda Janardana, Krishna Govinda Narayana Hare, Krishna Govinda Narayana Hare. Achyutananda Govinda Madhava, Achyutananda Govinda Madhava, Sachidananda Narayana Hare, Sachidananda Narayana Hare. Krishna Krishna Mukunda Janardana, Krishna Krishna Mukunda Janardana, Krishna Govinda Narayana Hare, कृष्ण गोविन्द नारायण हरे कृष्ण गोविन्द नारायण हरे कृष्ण गोविन्द